Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into one of the craziest scientific thought experiments. What if our moon was shaped like a donut? Imagine stepping outside at night, looking up, and instead of a glowing sphere, you see a massive glowing ring in the sky. But this wouldn't just be a strange sight, it would fundamentally change life on Earth. In this video, we'll explore: how could the moon even take on such a shape? How would its orbit and gravitational effects change? What would happen to our oceans, climate, and weather? How would this impact human history, science, and even our perception of the universe? Let's find out. Why is the moon round in the first place? Gravity and the shape of celestial bodies. Most large objects in space, planets, stars, and moons, naturally become spherical due to gravity. Gravity pulls everything toward the center of mass, and a sphere is the most stable shape. If an object doesn't have enough gravity, it can have an irregular shape, like some asteroids. But for an object to maintain a donut shape, something must actively resist its own gravitational collapse. How could a donut-shaped moon form? There are a few hypothetical ways this could happen. 1. A massive collision. Maybe a giant asteroid struck the moon, hollowing out its center. However, over millions of years, gravity would likely pull the moon back into a sphere. 2. A binary moon system. What if the moon originally formed from two objects that merged but left a hole in the middle? Such a formation would be highly unstable, likely leading to collapse or fragmentation. 3. Unknown physics. Maybe some new type of matter or force could hold a toroidal, donut-like structure in place. For example, if a black hole were at the center of the donut, its gravity might maintain the ring shape. But even if we assume this strange moon exists, its impact on Earth would be enormous. How would the moon's orbit change? The moon constantly interacts with Earth, influencing tides, Earth's rotation, and even our seasons. If the moon were shaped like a ring, its behavior in space would be drastically different. Uneven gravity. A spherical moon has evenly distributed mass, keeping its orbit stable. A donut-shaped moon has more mass in its outer ring and an empty center, creating an uneven gravitational pull. This could lead to erratic orbital motion, with the moon wobbling or even shifting its distance from Earth. Catastrophic scenarios. If the toroidal moon were unstable, several things could happen. It might start breaking apart, with chunks falling to Earth. Its gravitational influence could weaken, altering Earth's axial tilt and causing climate chaos. In the worst case, the moon could spiral toward Earth, resulting in a cataclysmic collision. Part 3. The impact on tides and oceans. One of the moon's most important effects on Earth is controlling tides. A normal moon creates two tidal bulges on opposite sides of Earth. A donut-shaped moon would create irregular tides. Some places might experience extreme high tides, while others would barely see any tides at all. This could lead to giant waves and flooding in some areas while leaving others in permanent drought. Since ocean currents regulate climate, this disruption would make weather patterns unpredictable. How would the climate change? Temperature anomalies. The moon reflects sunlight. If its shape were different, the way it distributes light on Earth would change. Depending on its orientation, nights could become much brighter or darker than we're used to. This might affect global temperatures, potentially accelerating or slowing down ice ages. Strange natural phenomena. You could see stars through the center of the moon's ring. The moon might cast weird shadow patterns on Earth. There could be rainbow-like halos around the moon, changing how we perceive the night sky. These changes would impact animal behavior, plant growth, and even human sleep cycles. How would this affect humanity? If the moon had always been a ring, human civilization would have evolved differently. Mythology and religion. Ancient cultures might have worshipped the moon as a cosmic gateway. Myths could have described it as a portal to another world or a celestial ring of power. The symbolism of rings might have been even more dominant in religions and traditions. Science and astronomy. Scientists might have discovered gravity and orbital mechanics earlier due to the moon's strange behavior. Space exploration would have been more difficult. Landing on a toroidal moon would be extremely tricky due to its uneven gravity. Daily life. Some regions might experience permanent tidal floods, forcing people to live further inland. We might have developed different calendar systems based on the moon's unusual light patterns. Nighttime landscapes would be surreal, inspiring entirely different art and poetry. Possible catastrophes. Over time, a donut-shaped moon could face serious problems. Structural collapse. If the moon isn't stable, it might eventually break apart, sending massive chunks toward Earth. Orbital drift. If its orbit becomes erratic, Earth's rotation could slow down or speed up, disrupting day-night cycles. Total destruction. In the worst case, the moon might disintegrate, leaving Earth without a natural satellite. A moonless Earth would experience wild climate shifts, more asteroid impacts, and a completely different evolution of life. So, if the moon were shaped like a donut, life on Earth would be completely different. Gravity and orbital mechanics would be altered. Oceans and tides could become chaotic and extreme. The climate might shift in unpredictable ways. Human civilization and science would have evolved differently. But luckily, our moon remains a stable sphere. Or who knows? Maybe somewhere in the universe, a donut-shaped planet or moon actually exists. What do you think? Would you like to see a giant glowing ring in the night sky? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next crazy science video. Thanks for watching.